Hey guys, thank you so much for your interest in the Podcast Viper. This is a brand new spanking tool that I've got. I believe this is tool number 15, actually. Lucky 15. I don't know if 15 is lucky. But anyways, Podcast Viper. Alright, so this is a tool that several of my members have been waiting a very long time for. And I'm talking over a year. They've been asking me to make this tool. So what is Podcast Viper? Well, if you do any type of podcasting, you know that the way to get yourself out on podcast that's on Google Play, on Apple, getting up on Amazon, anything like that in ranking in Google is that you need listens. You need what they call downloads. So every time you get a listen, you get a download. If you're a podcaster, this makes perfect sense to you. If you're brand new to podcasting, then that is how you get ranked, is you need lots of views, which count as downloads. And these push you up on the boards, these push you up in Google, they push you up in Apple, they push you up in Amazon, Spotify, all that stuff is coming. It pushes you up there, it ranks you, it gets you into the SERPs, and you're showing up for new customers, for new clients, new people, new leads, all that good stuff. This is how you get branded, this is how you get good followers, and this is how you get good ranking. And the higher that you rank, obviously, the more traffic you make, and the more money that you make. Okay, that's what everybody wants. We all want a win-win, right? So Podcast Viper does exactly that. You put in your search, you put in your keywords, it'll open up Google, it'll search for your podcast. If found in Google, it will click it, it'll go in, and it'll listen 8 to 12 minutes on your podcast, which is super awesome because if you think about it, average podcast is 30 minutes up to an hour. Some people have longer podcasts than that. But this will watch between 8 and 12 minutes, go to your next podcast, or start to rewatch that same podcast. When I say rewatch, I mean re-listen to it, right? Get the downloads going, get all those listens in there, and what this does is the more listens you get, obviously, pushes you up above all your competitors, pushes you right up to the top of that Google Play, which you totally want, up to the top of that Apple, you really want that one. People want to get up there right at the top of Apple for all the favorite podcasts. That's the way that you get followers, listeners, and like I said, more Benjamins, right? And that is what Podcast Viper does. Now, for those that are trying to rank in Google, I'm not too sure if you realize this or not, but this is huge. This is huge. Last year, Google came out with a major change that allowed podcasts to start showing up in the SERPs. And this is what you want. You want people to be searching for your keyword, for your money keyword, and finding you, finding your podcast. Now, if you're doing SEO work, if you're doing SEO, or if you're a podcaster only, that's perfectly fine. You can get yourself ranked in Google, driving in more traffic, more listens, more downloads, and more ranking. And of course, like I said, for the third iteration here, the more listens, the more leads, the more money you are going to make. And that's what makes Podcast Viper so powerful. Super simple, super easy. You'll see it on the sales page here. All the great screenshots. It's literally, you enter your information and you hit start. And that's it. And it runs entirely for you in the background on your computer. You don't have to do another thing. You can set up as many campaigns as you want. You can schedule them out. You can set how many listens, how many views you want to get on those podcasts. And that's it. Set and forget. And meanwhile, the tool is doing all the work for you. It's ranking you right up in the top. And that's a very good thing. So we've got updates constantly coming out for this. I know already I'm going to be putting a new update in for Amazon because Amazon's got a deal. In the last couple of days, like 3-4 days, they've been talking about Spotify, Amazon Music, Amazon Play, and putting that information all together and start hosting major podcasts, ranking them up. And that's what we're going to be adding in. So anyways, lots of updates to come, lots of great information to come. Go down, pick up Podcast Viper. This is a very special offer just for you. I'll see you on the backside. Thank you guys. Cheers.